What would it profit you or me if we spent all of our life in our career? I mean, we just worked hard and month by month, year by year, we just climbed the rungs of success. And I mean, we just really went at it. And I mean, we worked hard. What would it profit you or me to spend our entire life climbing the ladder of success only to get to the top and discover that it's leaning against the wrong building? And yet I see it all the time. I see people who literally spend their entire life and career doing something that they weren't born to do. What's your passion? What's your strength? You see, once you discover your passion, you'll never work another day of your life. Because the moment you discover your passion and you love what you're doing, it's just something that you love to do, and it doesn't seem like work to you. And people that are successful, they know their purpose in life. They know why they are there. Now, I would encourage you, and especially some of you, because so many of you are young, you do have to understand at my age, everybody looks young now, okay? So I used to think it was amazing. Now it's just like John, they're all young. They're all young now. But I would encourage you at your age to really help for you to pursue this area of what is my passion, what was I born for, what is my calling, what is my strength zone, and whatever it is, I would encourage you to get right there and stay right in your strength zone. Now, I'm going to make a statement. Again, I'm not in your notes yet, but just kind of keep taking notes and relax, okay? I'll go fill in the blanks a little bit later, okay? But I want to stay on this for a few moments this morning. What I have discovered is, and I'm going to say something that's going to perhaps seem a little bit odd to you, but just stay with me and let me talk you through this process for a while. You see, I encourage people to discover their strengths and then stay with their strengths. And I'm going to say something to you that is kind of culturally opposite of what you're used to hearing. I'm going to say to you this morning, in the area of your skills, don't work on your weaknesses. You say, oh my goodness, what do you mean, don't work on my weaknesses? The reason I'm telling you not to work on your weaknesses is because you're weak in your weaknesses. Okay? Now, that's in the States, that's totally opposite of everything we've been trained. Because in our education system in the States, if you get an A in math and you get a C in language, then they tell you to work on your language. Is that the way they do it here in Singapore? Huh? They say, well, work on your language. And I'm saying, if you got an A in math and a C in language, don't work on your language. Just get on your knees and thank God you got a C. You probably deserved a D or an F. Now, why do you get an A in one subject and a C in another subject? Because some subjects kind of fit your leanings and other subjects don't. Isn't that true? Now, why I'm saying for you to work on your strengths, don't work on your weaknesses in the area of skills, watch this. From a 1 to a 10, if I'm a 2, which is not very good. If I'm a 2, and I really work hard and say, oh my goodness, I don't want to be a 2. If I really work hard, I don't know, maybe I can get to a 3. Maybe after years I could get up to a 4. But you see, 4 is below average. And people don't pay for average. In other words, if I work on my weaknesses, I'll never excel, I'll never distinguish myself, and nobody will ever want what I have. Let me turn that around. Let's say I'm above average. I'm a 7 in an area. And I say, oh, good night. I'd like to work on my strength here. And I go from a 7 to an 8 to a 9. Now I get up there in that 9 category. People stand in line for 9s. You see, you got to work on your strength. If I work, for example, I love to sing. I just love to sing. That's the good news. You already know what the bad news is, don't you? I'm not any good. Now, I love to do it, but I'm not any good. So let's say I said to myself, well, my goodness, I'm going to get good at this. So I'm going to get a voice teacher, and I'm going to take music appreciation, and I take lessons for 2 or 3 years. Can I tell you, after I've taken voice lessons and practiced hard for 2 or 3 years, instead of being a 1, I might be a 2.5. In other words, you still don't want to hear me sing, and you certainly aren't going to pay for it. You may pay me not to sing,